Okay, good morning all of you. Welcome to the Perspective Academy. So we have started a demo lecture series for the general studies for UPSC and MPSC. As a part of this series, in the today's lecture, we are going to discuss the history strategy, sources, and also will decode the syllabus. So after today's lecture, you will get to know what to prepare for history subject when it comes to civil services examination. Also, what should be your strategy. So, dear friends, my name is Bharat and I have 12 years experience of teaching history subject for UPSC and MPSC. So, without wasting time, let's get started. When we start preparing for history, the first question arises: what is history and why we need to prepare history for civil services examination, and also why it matters so much when it comes to civil services preparation. So first question, that is, what is history? Now, history definition UPSC or MPSC will not going to ask in exam, but while understanding the history, you should know the definition. We should know the definition of history, because history definition will help you to understand the events, to understand the sequence of a series happens in the past. So what is history? The history is the study of the past. History is the study of past. History is the study of past. History is the study of past. Study of past events, focusing on human actions. Focusing on human actions and societies across time. So history involves examining the evidence to understand what happened, when and how, as well as the impact of events on the present and future. So dear friends, in the short, history means it is a continuous dialogue between the past and the present. This is very short and very easy definition. While preparing for his civil services, it will help you to understand history. So history basically dialogue between the past events and the present events. Past events and the present events. For better understanding of history, we must have to focus on, for better understanding of history, we must have to focus on the three aspects. The first aspect should be past events. First aspect, that is past events. We must have to focus on past events. Now, past events. History is fundamentally about the study of past events, mainly focusing on the significant events. Second aspect, that is, history is basically evidence based. So many historians rely on the various sources. So while studying history, we must have to refer the evidences. There are two types of evidences. One is archaeological and second one is literary. So while studying history, while understanding the history, we must have to focus on the evidences. And the third aspect will be, while studying history, we must have to observe the change over time. The history all about change over time. That is transition, that is transformation. So history explored how society, polity, economy and culture have changed and developed throughout time. So for that, always remember one word, that is spec. The word spec help you to understand the changes occur throughout the time. The word spec stands for society, political changes, economical changes and cultural changes. So dear friends, while understanding and while preparing for history, we must have to focus on these three aspects, that is past events, basically on significant events, also focus on the evidences. There are two types of evidences. One is a literary and second one is archaeological. And the third aspect, that is changes over the time. Because transition, changes over the time help you to explore how society, how polity, how economy and how culture have changed and developed throughout the time. So dear friends, this is the basic definition of history. Now while preparing for civil services examination, why history matters so much? What is importance of history when it comes to civil services examination? As we know, MPSC has changed syllabus. Now it is similar to UPSC. Only additional factor, that is Maharashtra history, added into it. So while preparing for civil services examination, what is the importance of history? Why history matters so much? Dear friends, history is an interdisciplinary subject. History is an interdisciplinary subject. History plays a crucial role in UPSC and MPSC preparation because it provides context for understanding. It provides context for understanding current events. It also helps to sharpen critical thinking, and also help to enhance essay writings. So dear friends, history plays very important role in understanding of other subjects. So that's why history preparation is a very crucial factor in the civil services examination. Furthermore, history is well defined and largely static subject. History is well defined and very static subject. It helps to decode the syllabus. It never going to change. It is not a dynamic subject, and history also easy to prepare. Also availability of rich resources. Even we can say that the best resources in the market available for the history subject. But dear friends, when it comes to civil services examination, why history matters so much? If we go through the syllabus of all competitive exams, we get to know that the history syllabus mentioned first. That's why history is a disciplinary subject, because without understanding of history, we never going to understand the basics of other subjects. That's why history is mentioned the very first topic in the every exam syllabus. So when it comes to civil services preparation, in prelims, when it comes to civil services examination, in prelims, history carries 15 to 20 questions. 15 to 20 questions means almost 30 marks, 30 to 40 marks history carries. And in the mains examination, it covers 70 to 90 marks. So GS paper 1 in the mains examination, it covers 70 to 90 marks. So history as a subject is a crucial for both prelims as well as for mains. That's why we must have to focus on the history. When we start preparing for the history, always try to understand the definition of history and also try to understand the importance of history. History can be divided into the three main points, three main periods. First, that is ancient history, medieval Indian history, and modern Indian history. Now, these divisions are based on the time periods and also changes in spec. So history can be divided into the three divisions, three periods: ancient history, medieval history, and modern history. So these divisions are mainly based on the time periods and the changes occurs throughout the, you can say, time period. That is, transition occur in the throughout the time. Transition in the spec. Spec stands for social, political, economical, and cultural changes. So dear friends, always observe changes occur in the spec. Also additionally, in the syllabus, they have mentioned the world history. World history, that is modern world history. So we have only modern world history in the syllabus. Now, dear friends, history is a crucial subject for prelims as well as for mains and also for interviews. But in the syllabus, they have mentioned, for the prelims, they have mentioned Indian history and Indian national movements. And in the mains, they have given details about the syllabus. So ancient history and medieval history plus cultural history, cultural part of Indian history. So political history of ancient and medieval India only for prelims. Only for prelims, that is political history. So political history of ancient and medieval only for prelims. And cultural history from ancient to medieval to modern time for prelims as well as for mains, pre plus mains. So according to syllabus, political history, dynasty wala history only for prelims, and the cultural history, civilization, significant events happen in the history for prelims as well as for mains. Modern history also we can divide into the 2-3 parts. First part, that is Europeans, colonization, especially British colonization, that is rule of East India Company. And the second part, that is Indian freedom struggle or Indian national movements. And the third part, that is post-independence history. Post-independence history also part of modern history. So dear friends, modern history is a crucial for both prelims as well as for mains. So modern history, prelims as well as for mains. And the world history only for the mains. That is modern world history only for the mains. So dear friends, when we start preparing for the civil services examination, the first thing you must have to, that is understanding of a syllabus and structure. Understanding of a syllabus is a very crucial. Understanding of a syllabus help you to familiarize yourself with the UPSC and MPSC GS paper syllabus. It help you to what should be your strategy. Dear friend, always remember, when we start preparing for the civil services examination, syllabus is our address. So always start with the decoding of syllabus, understanding of a syllabus. It will help you because syllabus is our address. Syllabus is our address. It will help you to familiarize yourself. It will also help you to decide known part of a history and unknown part of a history. It will also help you to what should be the priority areas. Also, after understanding the syllabus and structure, analyze the PYQs. Analyze the PYQs. Here friends, I have analyzed all syllabus and also analyze the PYQs. So dear friends, if we go through the PYQs, you will understand this is a topic Indian history, art and culture. Now what they have mentioned, they have mentioned Indian culture will cover the salient aspects of art forms, literature and architecture from ancient to modern times. Salient aspects, art forms, literature and architecture. Now if we analyze the PYQs, we will get to know that UPSC asks questions on civilization, technology, different art forms and their features, also contribution. So as I said, UPSC history, whatever mentioned in the syllabus, it's all about significant events, civilization and the contribution. So dear friend, always focus on the themes. What UPSC asks. After analyzing PYQs, you will get to know the trend of UPSC. Also, it will help you to understand the pattern of question. So these are the questions of art and culture. Also, I have analyzed the modern history questions. So you will get this PDF on our Telegram channel. So Perspective Academy or History UPSC MPSC by Bharat Khatal. So our Telegram channel name is Perspective Academy and History UPSC MPSC by Bharat Khatal. So you will get this PDF, history PYQs analysis. So dear friends, after understanding syllabus and structure, after analyzing PYQs, you will get to know that what to prepare, how to prepare and from where to start preparing for the civil services and history, basic understanding of history. So that's why analyzing the PYQs will help you, because analyzing the PYQs ये आपका फर्स्ट टीचर होता है एंड द सिलेबस ये आपका एड्रेस होता है. ऑलवेज रिमेंबर, सिलेबस आपका एड्रेस है एंड PYQs आपके क्या है, फर्स्ट टीचर है. सो दैट्स व्हाई analysis of PYQs is very important and primary stage of preparation. Then dear friends, the decoding of a syllabus means what? Decoding of a syllabus means history can be divided into the 3 periods according to and on the basis of changes. So history basically divided into the 3 periods: ancient, medieval and modern. Ancient history further divided into the 3 phases. First one is a prehistoric, second one is a protohistoric, and third one is a classical history or history. Now, ancient history divided on the basis of resources, availability of resources. So ancient history can be divided into the availability of resources, because evidence based history is an evidence based subject. So ancient history can be divided into the prehistoric. Now prehistoric means what? The period for which there are no written records, only archaeological evidences available, no written knowledge, no written record available. This period of history called as a prehistoric period. Then the second period, that is protohistoric period. Now protohistoric period, that is India's IVC civilization, that is Indus Valley civilization, Sindhu civilization, Harappan civilization. Now what is meant by protohistoric? The period during which a culture or civilization had some written record. Archaeological evidence is also available, also written record available, but yet to be interpreted, or you can say undecoded script available, undecoded sources available. So undecoded sources, written sources are available but undecoded. So this period of history called as a protohistoric period of Indian history. And the third period, that is classical history. So classical history, the period for which written records are available. Written records are available. The age from the Vedic age called as a classical age. So ancient history divided into these 3 periods. Also the decoded topic of ancient history. I have given detailed decoded topics, decoded syllabus in the PDF form. So I will share with you guys. So decoded part of ancient history, that is ancient history includes prehistory India, then protohistory, that is IVC, and then Vedic age onwards, Vedic age civilization onwards. So all decoded topics of ancient history I have covered in this PDF. So you will get to know that what are the topics covered in the ancient history. And the second period of Indian history, that is medieval history part. So we can decode medieval history into the 5 subtopics. We can divide medieval history into the 5 subtopics, that is early medieval period, then Delhi Sultanate, Mughal, Vijayanagara, Bahmani Empire, and Indo-Islamic architecture. So these are decoded topics, these are subtopics of a medieval history. So for prelims, there are only 1 or 2 questions from this section. So just read basic political history, their reforms, important events of medieval history. No need to focus on in-depth medieval history. So only focus on the important reforms, important events happen in the medieval history, and also focus on the Indo-Islamic architecture, also focus on the medieval art, that is painting, also literatures, also focus on the traveler accounts, their books. So these are subtopics of a medieval history. And when we talk about the modern history, so modern history topics, these are modern history subtopics. So fall of Mughals, advent of Europeans, then the India under the East India Company rule, then how Europeans came to India, how they settled down in India, then there, and that is basically always focus on the spec. Always focus on the spec. That is after decline of Mughal, how British or how Europeans settled down in India, then how they introduce the different policies, that is political policies, administrative, even also expansion policies. So that is always focus on the word spec, that is social, political, economical and cultural. So while studying for history as a subject in the civil services examination, dear friends, always focus on the changes, always focus on the significant events. When we go through the PYQs, we will get to know from modern history section what they have mentioned in the syllabus. Modern Indian history from about the medieval 18th century until the present, the significant events, personalities and issues, and also the part of freedom struggle. It various stages. What they have mentioned, various stages of freedom struggle, important contributors and contributions from different parts of country. If we analyze the PYQs, we will get to know that UPSC focus on what they have mentioned in the syllabus. Always remember, UPSC focus on what they have mentioned in the syllabus. These are themes. These are the themes. Topic, theme, the significant events. The question asked in 2024, the significant events. The issues, what they have mentioned in the syllabus, issues. They have mentioned issues in the syllabus. So they ask question on. So basically, whatever things, whatever events, whatever significant events mentioned in the syllabus, we must have to focus on it, because UPSC asks question on that particular topic. So dear friends, analysis of PYQs and analysis of syllabus, decoding of syllabus, understanding of a syllabus and structure is a very important and primary stage of your preparation. So always start your preparation with the understanding and decoding of the syllabus. After that, analyze the PYQs. It will help you how to start, from where to start, and when to start, and from which section to start. It will help you. So dear friends, always do two things. First, that is understanding of syllabus and analysis of PYQs. After that, after analyzing the syllabus, PYQs and decoding the syllabus, start your preparation with basic reading, that is NCERTs. Always start history preparation, always start history reading from the basics, that is NCERTs. So for history subject, there are many toppers, many mentors recommended that there are two types of NCERTs only for history subject, that is old NCERTs and new NCERTs. Here I would like to suggest old NCERTs for the history preparation. So start your preparation with old NCERTs only, old NCERTs. So here I would like to suggest basic readings, that is NCERTs, that is old NCERTs. So for modern history, start your preparation with old NCERT by Bipin Chandra. That is Modern India. Cover page look like this. Modern India by Bipin Chandra. Modern India by Bipin Chandra. To start your preparation, and always remember, history preparation. Always start your history preparation from your known part, your known section, because already we have studied history in the school, also in colleges, and also as a hobby reading. We also from the news, also from the current events, we come to know about the many historical events. So always start your history preparation from the known section of the syllabus. Known section means if you know, you aware about the any event happened in the past, because it will help you initial days to understand the basic history. So that's why always start your preparation with the known part. हमेशा याद रखो, हिस्ट्री का प्रिपरेशन जो है अननोन पार्ट से स्टार्ट मत करो. If you want to prepare for the history and for the better understanding, always start your preparation from the known part. It will help you to understand the significant events. It will help you to understand the changes occur in the history. So that's why always start your preparation with the known part. For that, I would like to suggest, start your preparation with basics, that is old NCERTs. So for modern history, here I would like to suggest, for modern history, here I would like to suggest the old NCERT by Bipin Chandra. Old NCERT by Bipin Chandra. If you are not getting old NCERT in the market, then this book is the NCERT book republished by Orient Blackstone. So this is the old NCERT's cover page, Bipin Chandra's old NCERT cover page, and this is a book. This is also NCERT book. There are two books in the market of Bipin Chandra. One is a NCERT book, Modern Indian History by Bipin Chandra, NCERT book, and second book is Indian Freedom Struggle. So Indian Freedom Struggle book by Bipin Chandra is a reference book. I am talking about basic NCERT book. So start your preparation of modern history with NCERT book. Then for ancient and medieval history, there are two basic sources. One for ancient and medieval only. For ancient and medieval Indian history, there are two basic sources, out of which I would like to suggest the Tamil Nadu State Board's books for ancient and medieval history. So there are two basic sources for ancient and medieval history. One, that is old NCERT for ancient history, old NCERT by R.S. Sharma, and for medieval history, old NCERT by Satish Chandra. And the second source, that is basic source, Tamil Nadu State Board for ancient and medieval. So I would like to suggest for ancient and medieval history, Tamil Nadu State Board. It will help you for cultural history also. That's why I would like to suggest Tamil Nadu State Board books for the ancient and medieval. After that, for the revision of facts, use Lucent book, general knowledge book, that is ancient and medieval section wala part. So only for facts, only for revision, because for prelims we have a political history, we have a reforms, we have a policies by different dynasties. So that's why I would like to suggest Lucent book only for a revision, prelims point of view. So for ancient and medieval, Tamil Nadu State book. Otherwise, you can read old NCERT also. Even also, you can read द न्यू एनसीईआरटी। बट गाइस, न्यू एनसीईआरटी पढ़ने का एक तरीका होता है, आपको उसे डेवलप करना पड़ेगा। बिकॉज न्यू एनसीईआरटी जो है ना, ये वाले एनसीईआरटी ये सीक्वेंस वाइज नहीं है, इवेंट्स वाइज नहीं है। सो न्यू एनसीईआरटी जो पढ़ना है वो आपको सिलेबस के थ्रू पढ़ना है। मतलब पहले सिलेबस को डिकोड करो एंड देन स्टार्ट रीडिंग न्यू एनसीईआरटी। बिकॉज विदाउट डिकोडिंग सिलेबस आपको एनसीईआरटी के टॉपिक समझ में नहीं आएंगे। दैट्स व्हाई I have suggested read old NCERTs. If anybody already done with the new NCERTs, then need not to worry कि मेरा क्या होगा, मैंने तो गलत पढ़ लिया, तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं है। The point is कि old NCERT या फिर तमिलनाडु एक बेस्ट सोर्स है। That's why I recommended. So after analyzing the syllabus, structure, PYQs, start your preparation with basics. So for ancient and medieval, for art and culture, read old NCERTs. No need to read any reference book. No, because art and culture, importance of art and culture only for mains. प्रीलिम्स में भी इसके ऊपर क्वेश्चंस आते हैं, बट एटलीस्ट मतलब इसके एक दो क्वेश्चंस ही आते हैं। तो फॉर प्रीलिम्स रीड ओनली एनसीईआरटीज एंड द बेसिक रीडिंग। ऑल्सो अगर आपने तमिलनाडु स्टेट बोर्ड पढ़ लिया है तो मुझे नहीं लगता कि अलग से आपको कुछ पढ़ना है। पॉइंट इज की बेसिक रीडिंग इंपॉर्टेंट है आर्ट एंड कल्चर के लिए। सो ओल्ड एनसीईआरटी। इसके अलावा अगर आपको रेफरेंस बुक पढ़ना है तो आप नितिन सिंघानिया का जो आर्ट एंड कल्चर का बुक है वो भी आप पढ़ सकते हैं। बट एनसीईआरटी काफी है, एनसीईआरटी से आपका अच्छे से कवर हो जाएगा। इसके अलावा देखो डियर फ्रेंड्स, इसके अलावा अगर आपको मॉडर्न हिस्ट्री के लिए कुछ रेफरेंस बुक्स पढ़ने हैं तो आई वुड लाइक टू सजेस्ट फ्यू बुक्स एज अ रेफरेंस बुक्स। वन इज अ मॉडर्न इंडिया बाय ग्रोवर। इट इज अ वेरी बेस्ट बुक फॉर मेंस पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, फॉर आंसर राइटिंग। इट विल हेल्प यू फॉर आंसर राइटिंग ओनली। सो ग्रोवर इज द बेस्ट बुक, रेफरेंस बुक। इसके अलावा फ्रॉम प्लासी टू पार्टीशन बाय शेखर बंदोपाध्याय, एंड द थर्ड बुक दैट इज इंडियन फ्रीडम स्ट्रगल बाय बिपिन चंद्रा। इसके अलावा मैंने शुरुआत में बताया था कि एज अ हिस्ट्री सब्जेक्ट मार्केट में सबसे ज्यादा सोर्सेस अगर कौन से सब्जेक्ट के हैं तो हिस्ट्री है। आपका काम है विद द हेल्प ऑफ मेंटर्स कि इसमें बेस्ट कौन सा है। तो दैट्स व्हाई हिस्ट्री की स्ट्रैटेजी डिसाइड करते वक्त आपको यही डिसाइड करना है कि सोर्सेस टू प्रिपेयर, कि मैंने सिलेबस पढ़ लिया, आई हैव एनालाइज्ड द पीवाईक्यूज, आल्सो स्टार्टेड विद बेसिक रीडिंग, देन रेफरेंस बुक्स कौन से पढ़ूं। तो दैट्स व्हाई आई वुड लाइक टू रिकमेंड द ग्रोवर फॉर मॉडर्न हिस्ट्री एंड फॉर प्रीलिम्स जो एवरग्रीन है, जो सब लोग रीड करते हैं और हमें भी रीड करना है फॉर प्रीलिम्स पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, ओनली फॉर प्रीलिम्स, नॉट फॉर मेंस। दैट इज मॉडर्न इंडिया स्पेक्ट्रम पब्लिकेशन। सो डियर फ्रेंड्स, we have done with the three parts. First, that is what is history. Second, that is importance of syllabus and decoding of a syllabus. And the third part, that is sources to prepare. Sources to prepare कि हिस्ट्री की अगर पढ़ाई करनी है तो कहाँ से करना है। So always remember one thing, 100 बुक्स रीड करने से बेहतर कोई भी बुक को 100 टाइम रीड करो। यही एक बेसिक मतलब स्ट्रैटेजी है सिविल सर्विसेज एग्जामिनेशन की। नहीं तो क्या होता है कि बच्चे नंबर ऑफ मटेरियल मार्केट में अवेलेबल है तो ज्यादा पढ़ते बैठते हैं, इसकी कुछ जरूरत नहीं है। बट एज अ हिस्ट्री सब्जेक्ट व्हेन वी प्रिपेयर और व्हेन वी स्टार्ट फॉर हिस्ट्री, व्हेन वी स्टार्ट फॉर सिविल सर्विसेज एग्जामिनेशन or while studying history for civil services examination, there are some perceptions. There are some perceptions of many aspirants. The first perception, that is the history, as a history is a subject of full of facts, full of facts. ये पहला परसेप्शन रहता है. It's a very wrong perception. The truth is there are factual details. There are factual details in all subjects. There are factual details in all subjects. One cannot do away with fact or information in any subject. One cannot do away with fact or information in any subject. फैक्ट के बिना आप कोई भी सब्जेक्ट को पढ़ नहीं सकते, तो फिर सिर्फ हिस्ट्री को पढ़ना क्यों करना है? सब सब्जेक्ट्स में फैक्ट्स है. सो everyone has to remember facts and the information, a large number of facts and large number of information for prelims and from all subjects, not only from the history. सब सब्जेक्ट्स के हमें फैक्ट्स को मतलब पढ़ना पड़ता है, उसे रिकॉल करना पड़ता है, याद रखना पड़ता है. तो फिर हिस्ट्री इज फुल ऑफ फैक्ट्स, यही क्यों? एक पहला पॉइंट है. एंड द सेकंड, almost every answer in the mains examination requires facts, information, and without which the answer becomes a just a story and very generalized. So dear friends, ये आपको सिर्फ फैक्ट्स है, हिस्ट्री में फैक्ट्स पढ़ना पड़ता है. ये फैक्ट्स के अगर हिस्ट्री है तो मतलब हमारा कैसा होगा, कौन सी डेट याद रखेंगे. अगर आप पीवाईक्यू एनालिसिस देखोगे ना, ऑलरेडी मैंने कंप्लीट करके रखा है, मैं आपको पीडीएफ इसका ग्रुप पे शेयर कर दूंगा, तो यू विल गेट टू नो दैट कि फैक्ट्स के ऊपर कितने क्वेश्चंस आए कभी नहीं पूछे जाते. कोई अगर इवेंट सिग्निफिकेंट इवेंट है तो वैसे भी उसके फैक्ट्स आपको याद रखने पड़ते हैं, ऐसे भी याद रहते हैं. और बाकी सब्जेक्ट्स में भी आपको पता है कि कोई भी अगर सिग्निफिकेंट कोई फैक्ट है तो याद रखना ही पड़ता है. तो इसीलिए डियर फ्रेंड्स कि देयर आर फैक्चुअल डिटेल्स इन ऑल सब्जेक्ट्स. सिर्फ हिस्ट्री में फैक्ट्स है, गलत है. हिस्ट्री इज अ फुल ऑफ टेल्स एंड स्टोरीज, फुल ऑफ डेट्स एंड ईयर्स, ये भी गलत है. द ट्रूथ इज without understanding of a story and tales, आपको हिस्ट्री ज्यादा समय के लिए याद नहीं रहता. मैं हमेशा बोलता हूं कि हिस्ट्री एक आसान सब्जेक्ट है, लेकिन कोई तो समझाने वाला चाहिए. हिस्ट्री एक आसान सब्जेक्ट है, कोई तो समझाने वाला चाहिए. एंड द वेरी फेमस कोट इन द हिस्ट्री, the causes of events are even more interesting. The causes of events are more interesting than the event themselves. Causes of event, किसी भी इवेंट के जो causes होते हैं ना, ये ज्यादा इंटरेस्टिंग होते हैं इवेंट से भी ज्यादा. तो इसीलिए क्या होता है कि आपको हिस्ट्री में स्टोरी को जस्ट समझना है, कभी एग्जाम में लिखना नहीं. एग्जाम में आपको जो कुछ कॉन्टेक्स्ट है, जो कुछ कंटेंट है, उसको लिखना है. लेकिन फॉर बेटर अंडरस्टैंडिंग आपको हिस्ट्री में जो स्टोरीज है, बिकॉज ऑल अबाउट द स्टोरीज, ऑल अबाउट द इवेंट्स हैपेंड इन द पास्ट, यही तो हिस्ट्री है. एंड इट इज अ कंटिन्यूअस डायलॉग बिटवीन द पास्ट एंड प्रेजेंट. सो दैट्स व्हाई डियर फ्रेंड्स, नीड नॉट टू वरी कि हिस्ट्री जो है वो फुल ऑफ स्टोरीज है, याद रखना पड़ेगा, ईयर्स याद रखने पड़ेंगे. तो ईयर्स याद रखने की जरूरत नहीं है. अगर मेंस में आपने कभी ईयर नहीं लिखा तो उससे आपके मार्क्स कम नहीं होने वाले. ये कोई ऐसा इकोनॉमी का या फिर कोई ऐसा एक्चुअल डेटा नहीं है कि अगर ये आपने गलत दिया. आपने यहाँ पे पीवाईक्यू एनालिसिस में देखा है कि पीवाईक्यू एनालिसिस में अगर आप आंसर लिख रहे हो और उसमें कोई ईयर वगैरह नहीं लिखा, तो इससे कोई मार्क्स के ऊपर आपका कोई इंपैक्ट होने वाला नहीं है. ये बात समझना. तो हिस्ट्री इज अ फुल ऑफ टेल्स एंड स्टोरीज, ये रॉन्ग मिथ है, रॉन्ग परसेप्शन है. और लॉट ऑफ क्रेमिंग इज रिक्वायर्ड. मतलब ये भी एक होता है परसेप्शन कि लॉट ऑफ क्रेमिंग इज रिक्वायर्ड, ये भी एक रॉन्ग परसेप्शन है. सो प्रिपरेशन फॉर हिस्ट्री मेंस एग्जामिनेशन डज नॉट रिक्वायर क्रेमिंग. और मैंने शुरुआत में बताया कि अगर आप प्रीलिम्स में पढ़ रहे हो तो प्रीलिम्स में वैसे भी फैक्ट्स को याद रखो, उसे रट्टा मत मारो. क्रिमिंग का मतलब होता है रट्टा मारना। तो कभी भी याद रखो कि कोई भी जो फैक्ट्स है ना, उस इवेंट को लेके याद रखना है। हिस्ट्री इज अ सीक्वेंस, हिस्ट्री इज अ चेन। उस चेन को अगर याद रखोगे ना, उस चेंजेस को याद रखोगे तो आपके फैक्ट्स याद रहेंगे। उसको रट्टा मारने की, क्रिमिंग करने की जरूरत नहीं है। नेचर ऑफ क्वेश्चन अगर आपने देखा इन द मेंस इज नॉट सच दैट डिमांडिंग द फैक्ट्स एंड द क्रिमिंग, बिकॉज जिस टाइप के क्वेश्चंस आ रहे हैं ना, उसमें आपने कभी देखा होगा कि क्रिमिंग की जरूरत भी नहीं है। हाँ, बेसिक इंफॉर्मेशन एंड ब्रॉड इंफॉर्मेशन ये यहाँ पे जरूरी है। मतलब ब्रॉड इंफॉर्मेशन ऑफ एनी टॉपिक एंड बेसिक इंफॉर्मेशन ऑफ द टॉपिक रिक्वायर्ड है। क्रिमिंग की जरूरत नहीं है, ये बात समझ लो। देन नेक्स्ट परसेप्शन होता है दैट इज लेंथी सिलेबस। ये भी गलत है, ये बात समझ लो। हिस्ट्री का सिलेबस लेंथी क्यों बोला जाता है? हिस्ट्री इज द ओनली सब्जेक्ट, हिस्ट्री इज द ओनली सब्जेक्ट जिसका सिलेबस क्या है? डिकोडेड है। जिसका सिलेबस क्या है? डिकोडेड है। एंड ये बात समझ लो कि जितने भी सब्जेक्ट्स सिविल सर्विसेज के एग्जाम के पैटर्न में दिए हुए हैं, सिलेबस ऑफ ऑल सब्जेक्ट्स आर इक्वली। हिस्ट्री का सिलेबस मोर डिकोडेड है, ज्यादा डिकोडेड है एज कंपेयर टू अदर सब्जेक्ट्स। दैट्स व्हाई हमें लगता है कि ये सिलेबस बहुत लेंदी है। इतना सिलेबस है तो क्या पढ़ेंगे? मैंने शुरुआत में बताया ना कि व्हाट टू रीड एंड व्हाट नॉट टू रीड, यही तो की है, यही तो ट्रिगर पॉइंट है। एंड हाउ टू डिसाइड व्हाट टू रीड एंड व्हाट नॉट टू रीड फ्रॉम लेंदी सिलेबस, यही आपको डिकोडिंग है, यही आपको डिसाइड करना है पहले। शुरुआत करने से पहले यही तो डिसाइड करना है, यही तो आज के लेक्चर का पर्पस है। इसीलिए तो पीवाईक्यूज आपको हेल्प करेंगे। तो हिस्ट्री इज अ स्टैटिक सब्जेक्ट एंड द ओनली सब्जेक्ट सिलेबस ऑलरेडी डिकोडेड है, ऑलरेडी डिकोडेड है। जैसे कि अगर सपोज एक लाइन में मेंशन करना होता तो एक लाइन मेंशन करते हिस्ट्री, हिस्ट्री ऑफ इंडिया, इतना ही मेंशन करते, तो फिर डिकोडेड क्यों देते? तो हिस्ट्री इज द ओनली सब्जेक्ट जिसका सिलेबस ज्यादा डिकोडेड है, ज्यादा रिसर्च हुआ है, इसीलिए हिस्ट्री का सिलेबस लेंदी नहीं है, ये बात समझ लो। इवन ऑल्सो सिलेबस ऑफ स्टैटिक सब्जेक्ट्स, syllabus of static subjects we can say are more defined, more decoded and so appear lengthy. That's why हम मान के चलते हैं कि हिस्ट्री का सिलेबस सिर्फ लेंदी है, ऐसा नहीं है। एंड एक बात ऑलवेज रिमेंबर कि कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम जो है ये सिलेक्शन के लिए बैठा हुआ है, ये कोई रिजेक्शन वाली प्रोसेस नहीं है। तो यूपीएससी, एमपीएससी और एग्जामिनर डज नॉट डिस्क्रिमिनेट अमंग द सब्जेक्ट्स in the also giving the marks and even also in the defining the syllabus। कभी डिस्क्रिमिनेशन नहीं होगा, ये बात समझ लो। अगर ऐसा होता तो सिर्फ एक सब्जेक्ट का हुआ। और इवन ऑल्सो एक बात समझ लो कि सिलेबस में कभी ऐसा स्केल नहीं होता कि चलो हिस्ट्री का सिलेबस कितना है देखते हैं, हम काउंट करते पेजेस के ऊपर, हम काउंट करते पॉइंट्स के ऊपर, ऐसा नहीं होता, ये बात समझ लो। तो हिस्ट्री का सिलेबस लेंदी नहीं है तो डिकोडेड है, तो ये भी परसेप्शन गलत है। इवन द लास्ट परसेप्शन होता है कि डिफिकल्ट टू गेट वेरी गुड मार्क्स। इवन ऑल्सो इन द मार्केट वी कम टू नो और वी मस्ट हर्ड अबाउट द वन वर्ड दैट इज इनपुट आउटपुट रेशियो ऑफ हिस्ट्री। तो बेसिकली इनपुट आउटपुट रेशियो ऑफ हिस्ट्री डिपेंड्स ऑन द एनालिसिस ऑफ सिलेबस। ये आपको समझ में आना चाहिए। नहीं तो आप मान लो कि मेडिवल हिस्ट्री का कोई इवेंट है, 15 दिन रीड करते बैठे, चलेगा क्या? नहीं चलेगा। तो इनपुट आउटपुट रेशियो कंप्लीटली बेस्ड ऑन द योर एनालिसिस एंड डिकोडिंग ऑफ द सिलेबस। दैट्स व्हाई डिकोडिंग ऑफ द सिलेबस इज इंपॉर्टेंट। एंड डिफिकल्ट टू गेट वेरी गुड मार्क्स, ये जो कुछ मिथ है, ये गलत कैसे है? देखो, किसी भी सब्जेक्ट में आपको मार्क्स कब आते हैं? जब उसमें आपका इंटरेस्ट डेवलप होगा। हिस्ट्री में इंटरेस्ट डेवलप होने के लिए हिस्ट्री पढ़ने का एक तरीका है, हिस्ट्री समझने का एक तरीका है। अगर हिस्ट्री को आप उस तरीके से समझ लोगे ना, तो डेफिनेटली अगर किसी का हिस्ट्री में इंटरेस्ट भी नहीं है तो इट विल हेल्प यू टू डेवलप योर इंटरेस्ट। इंटरेस्ट एक कोई ऐसी मतलब बचपन से नहीं होती, डेवलप हो सकता है। अब किसी भी सब्जेक्ट में इफ यू हैव इंटरेस्ट इन एनी सब्जेक्ट, so let's take an example of history. If you have an interest in the history subject, it will help you to understand the significant events. It will help you to understand the history. And किसी भी सब्जेक्ट का अंडरस्टैंडिंग अच्छा होगा, इंटरेस्ट अच्छा होगा, तो आपका प्रेजेंटेशन अच्छा होगा, एंड द प्रेजेंटेशन अगर अच्छा होगा तो इट विल हेल्प यू टू फेच मोर मार्क्स एज कंपेयर टू अदर्स। समझ में आ रहा है? तो डियर फ्रेंड्स, here I would like to conclude my history strategy, then sources and the decoding wala part, and I would like to suggest the 3 points, that is, start your preparation with the basics. बेसिक्स को बाईपास करके आपको शुरुआत नहीं करनी है, हमेशा याद रखो। दूसरी है, कोई भी हिस्ट्री का टॉपिक पढ़ने से पहले उस टॉपिक के ऊपर पीवाईक्यूज कैसे आए हैं वो देख लो। एंड द तीसरी चीज जो है कि रिवीजन एंड हिस्ट्री पढ़ने का एक तरीका होता है, मतलब हिस्ट्री पढ़ते वक्त आपको हमेशा क्या करना है, सीक्वेंस से पढ़ना है, बिकॉज इट्स हिस्ट्री का डेफिनेशन क्या बताया, सिग्निफिकेंट इवेंट्स हैपन इन द पास्ट। तो क्या होता है, बहुत सारे बच्चे लोग क्या करते हैं कि प्रिपरेशन तो स्टार्ट करते हैं, लेकिन एक इवेंट होने के बाद ब्रेक लेते हैं, फिर ब्रेक के बाद फिर इवेंट को पढ़ेंगे, ऐसा नहीं होता। हिस्ट्री एक वेब सीरीज जैसा है। हिस्ट्री इज अ कंटिन्यूअस डायलॉग बिटवीन द पास्ट एंड प्रेजेंट। इट हेल्प यू टू अंडरस्टैंड द पास्ट इवेंट and also it help you to connect with the present and also connect with the future. That's why history हमेशा एक सीक्वेंस में पढ़ो। हिस्ट्री में कनेक्टिंग डॉट्स इंपॉर्टेंट होते हैं। So dear friends, once again welcome to the Perspective Academy. We are here to help you in your preparation, and myself Bharat, I will help you for your history preparation and also for your history optional preparation. So thank you dear friends, thank you.
क्या हो रहा है? एंड स्ट्रीम, ओके, 4-5 बसले होते, 14 पर्यंत गेले.